I wonder if this is working. I wonder. I really do. I am confused. I am so confused. Is this working? Is this working? Hey, okay. So, let's start this stream off with an apology. Cause is it really during comedy if I don't apologize? Of course not. Hello, my beautiful, beautiful people. Alright, I thought this was gonna be a nice, easy open. But, B-A-W-T. I hit Streamlabs and it says not connected. Then I went into YouTube and it said old stream. I'm like, fuck, I have people waiting for me. Am I gonna lose them? I don't want to lose you. Anyways, here I am. Let me say hello to my friends. Spencer Severa, Roy, Euro. You guys are awesome. Off the Verge, Danny, my precious Midwestern princess. Mwah. Scarlett, my number one. Ow! Okay, things are looking good, good. T-Cap, my best friend. Yay! Dilali, if I mispronounce it, I'm sorry. Hello, friends. Hello so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Here is my situation. I decided, so you guys may or may not know, but I spent the past week doing some professional training in my super secret job that I tell no one about. And it was a full-time thing. I was doing it Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 Pacific Standard Time, which for me, of course, is 3 hours earlier. And I'm exhausted. So I only put out one video this week. By the way, I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all got into it. Sex Armstrong style, starring the lovely Kelp Pill, was phenomenal. Please watch that after this if you get a chance. Give me a like, a comment, that helps. And I said I want to kick back. And I've always loved director's commentaries, you know, the DVD features. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to play my earliest series, teaching your children about the Church of Cawd. I'm going to do it with some friends in the audience, and we're going to chill out. We're going to have a good time, you know? We'll see what happens, as Anthony Palumbo would say. And for anyone who's curious about the creative process, I'm here for you. Euro, yes, thumbs up. Thank you, Euro. You're the best. Scarlett, Jordan got all kind of girls. All kinds, as the Hodge twins would say. All kinds. Okay, let me see. 9 p.m. for me. Euro, thank you for staying up. T-Cap says, I can only do one video now in the back. Oh, T-Cap, guess what, bro? I didn't get to tell you. I officially go back to work on the 17th. 9 more days of freedom, man. So I'm going to try to go ham, as the kids say. Put out a lot of content next couple of weeks for this Am I Singing channel. So we're going to see what happens. But, yeah. Playtime is over. The real world beckons. So, Jace. Hello, Jace. Are you new to my channel? We're just going to do a little director's commentary. I'm going to play some of my older videos and pause them to talk over them. Should be fun. So, this is the first one I ever did. It's called, obviously, the series called Teaching Your Children About the Church of Cawd. This one is the imaginary backstory of Sir Clobbering Time. So, little background here. I was in the Church of Cawd about 4 months, and I decided I wanted to do content. And I got this crazy idea for me explaining real-life events as if I'm telling them to a child. So, I turned real-life events and people into fairy tales. And seems to have gone over well. And the first one I ever did was for Clobbering Time, and he played this as the intro to his show for, about a month. And I went from 0 subscribers to 50 pretty much overnight, so I'll always be thankful for that. But here we go. Oh, Jay says he's lurked on some of my music videos, so welcome aboard. Here we go.
Hi there, boys and girls.
Can anyone hear it okay?
Today, we will learn about a member of the Church of Cawd named Sir Clobbering Time. His actual name is Clobbering Ting Time, but the ting is silent.
He has since dropped the ting. Moment of silence for the ting. That's enough.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a wonderful princess named Betty. Betty was very much beloved by her subjects.
Oh my God, Betty, we love you, Betty!
One day,
Saint Betty of Cambridge. Nothing but love.
an evil ogre known as the Lord Lynn came to terrorize the princess. He scared the princess into giving him all the riches of the kingdom. Oh no!
So obviously we're going into the real life events. And when I decided, of course, that the number one villain would be obviously Lauren Armstrong, I'm like, okay, what is a good fairy tale character that I can put him in there? Obviously, he's ugly and misshapen looking, so that helps. And I'm like, an ogre. Ogres are evil and fierce, but at the same time, unless they're really, really huge, which sometimes they are, they can be pretty cowardly. And I'm like, okay, how do I change his name to sound more fairy tale-ish? I'm like, well, Armstrong doesn't help, right? Armstrong is a cool last name. But I'm like, Lorne, his middle name is Lynn. I have to do something with that. And I'm like, the Lorne Lynn. So he became the evil ogre, Lorne Lynn. And here we go.
He did this by showing her his big, ugly, stupid, misshapen face. What could the princess do? She knew she needed a brave hero to protect the kingdom.
Let's not pretend any of us would not be scared if we saw that hideous face. So part of the fun of this series is when I get angry, because I enjoy getting angry, as does my lovely Scarlet Ebony. And so that's pretty cool. Ape says, seriously, nothing about the Church of Cawd is appropriate for children. To me, that's part of its appeal. But mostly watching Lauren get his. Exactly. Ape, if you are actually sharing these videos with your children, I would consider you an unfit parent. But I love the idea that these are fake public service videos that I do. Spencer says, poor Shrek. Yeah, Shrek deserves none of this. If Lauren were an ogre, living in a swamp would be a step up for him. You know what? A swamp Scarlet, realistically, would probably be a lot more hygienic. It's natural, that's for sure. Probably has less mold. And, yeah, I agree. Let's continue.
So, she found one and made him a knight.
I dub thee, Sir Clobber.
She knew he was very brave.
Sir Clobber the Bold.
Sir Clobber was very loyal to his princess.
You're our precious little princess. We loved you first.
He was very loyal to another princess.
Hey, frigid, precious little frozen princess.
And to yet another princess.
Princess Peach, hey, princess.
So,
Oh, that was fun. That was fun. So obviously, Club is my friend, and I make him sound good here, but it's always fun to make fun of your friends, isn't it? And of course, that's what I did. By the way, I miss Princess Peaches so much. Oh, I miss her in that cute little sexy giggle. Where is she gone? If anyone knows Princess Peaches, please tell her I miss her. I really do. She is awesome. Just to let you guys know, it was a beautiful summer day here, but now it's overcast. If you hear the sound of me running, I'm running to close the windows because they've been threatening us with thunderstorms. They even said hail. It's fucking September here in New England. How are we gonna have hail? I digress. Here we go. Back to the story and Clobbering Time and how he just can't commit to one princess.
the kingdom would be protected from the fearsome ogre. Say, Did this kingdom have a king?
Base Shaman is the king.
Are you sure about that, Clobber?
The undisputed king.
Okay. Base Shaman is the king. I have no problem with Base Shaman being the king.
So what's cool about that line is, so I've been putting off getting this done, because for me as a creative person, when I have a good idea, it gets a little too big in my mind sometimes, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be the best idea ever, blah, 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 blah. And then I get overwhelmed because I go into perfectionism, and I tend to withdraw. Bad habit. So many of us have it, though. So I wanted to get this done and give it to Cawd a week earlier, but I was dragging my feet. Well, that very Sunday, after I was originally going to send it to him, Base Shaman did that in his show. He did Base Shaman is the king, the absolute king. And so that was perfect. I'm like, yes, the kingdom now has a king. This is awesome. So I put that in. When Cawd debuted this on his channel, Base Shaman was in the audience. And Base Shaman sometimes shows up with Sundays for Cawd. I believe he's a very busy guy. I mean, he streams every damn night and does his own content. So seeing him there and seeing his smiling face emoji pop up was very cool to me. I was very happy. Scarlett, when did Betty? I'm happy to answer that. Excuse me. What happened was, I don't know if this was the first or second time she was on the show. I knew there was the interview, which is how I became a fan of Clobber. First thing I ever heard of Clobber, I stumbled on his channel because he had the call where the great Tiffany Lockhart gets Lorne to read the Lorneography. And I found that. I'm like, oh my god, this is gold. And Clobber kept interrupting. And I'm like, who is this asshole? He needs to shut off. Well, right. Same mistake everybody makes. Later on, you find out Clobber was raising money. Clobber's fucking awesome. And he would do that. So, I had found out about Betty, I believe, through Sam Pendleton's channel. Fell in love with her. Heard his interview. I'm like, okay, this is a really solid dude. And it was either the first or second time. I think Betty was saying how different people had like there was a pope and stuff, and Clobber had no title. And Clobber, Mr. Modesty, he's like, yeah, I don't have one. So she knighted him. She goes, do I have the right to do this? He goes, you have more right than anyone in the church, which is so true. So she knighted him. And I think that was the same time where Betty did mini syllables. And it was out of nowhere, because she loves when Clobber does, as we all do. And she did mini syllables, and I swear to God, I literally fell out of my chair. I fell out of my chair. I may have been drinking. Probably. But yeah, that's what happened. He was definitely during a Sunday with Cawd stream, Scar. Chef says, you'll get the thunderstorms. I got a couple hours back. I'm staying in. Oh no. Euro says, it's not summer till the 20th. We've had sleet in... Ugh. English weather, yuck. Off the Verge. It's not Clobber's fault that all the princesses want him. You know what, Verge? You're absolutely right. He deserves them, but still, he could give me a few, couldn't he? Does he have to have them all? I'm just saying. Was it the cleanest, best pleasure having Base Shaman? Yes, Euro. Yes, it was. Definitely. All right, let's continue.
Sir Clobber was strong, brave, and ready to fight. Children, he is what we call an alpha male.
Absolutely.
No woman could control him, no matter how beautiful she
I don't know who you think you're talking to. You're not talking to Warren right now.
Now that does not mean that he wasn't aware of his own shortcomings.
I'm just some idiot in Chicago.
So look at how great that was. Clobber and I, before I started doing content, we had a joke going back and forth. So you know, Clobber plays this character sometimes where he is the brother of Winnie and Debbie, known as Derek James. And so when that happened, I've been studying the whole thing about alpha males and beta males just in the past year. And the joke I would do when I'd be on Clobber's thing is I would call him like Alpha Male Derek or something, and I would just joke around in comments, and I'd say stuff like, "Wow, Ramona will give Lauren a perfectly logical, sensible, solution," and Lauren will respond back by going, "No!" So I go, "Lauren is the most stubborn child I've ever met," and Clobber responded back with total beta, Jordan, which is hilarious. And fun fact, if there's ever Jordan trivia, if you want trivia, here's some now. I almost didn't go with Jordan. I almost went with Alpha Male Derek. Because Derek is my favorite character in Lornography. He's awesome. And I absolutely love the idea of Lauren someday finding my channel and going, "It's another Derek, I can't get away from him." Well, I decided not to go with a community-specific name because I wanted to be able to do other things. Original songs, some content that wasn't related to Lauren. So, Jordan is a name I've had for over 20 years online, and I stuck with it. Yeah. Scarlett, Betty's Lauren impression. Oh, it makes me laugh so hard. It is so good, so good. Euro, don't tell anyone, but I'm a bit drunk. What are you drinking, Euro? You told me in the past. I know you guys like gin and that. I know you're kind of fancy. I'm a little bougie myself. Afterwards, Derek King James. That's awesome. Jace, I do TCAP music. I do original sketches, which is what I'm doing right now, my first ever sketch. I do a bunch of stuff, and I will do a bunch more. TCAP recipes. Yeah, I know, Chef, you want to go into that. You got the ability, man, and I'm going to support you. There's no fucking doubt. Euro, I had a ginger-flavored scotch yesterday. I thought it was delicious, but unfortunately it was not. Oh, well. But, yeah. So, Chef, this is for you. I'm going to take a sip. Hold on. So that line that Clobber just does, where he talks to Tiffany and goes, "I don't know who you think you're talking to, I'm not Lauren," where he suddenly becomes very alpha, and it's awesome. That is a clip from the Sundays of Cawd where Clobber and Tiffany were watching TCAP recipes. That was the whole show that day. They binge-watched TCAP recipes. And so I got that clip from there, and that video is where I got introduced to TCAP recipes. I became a subscriber, and now TCAP is one of my closest friends in the church. That's real talk. TCAP, if you feel the same way, by all means, say so. But yeah. So, and I'll tell you guys as I go through this where I get original clips from, and even direct you to the videos if you want to hear them.
Unfortunately, before the brave Sir Clobber could fight the fierce Lorne Lynn, it was captured by the local authorities and forced to live in a cage.
Where he belongs, in a cage, in jail.
He's in jail, I guess, for being a fucking idiot.
Clobber!
Definitely true. Breaking easy-ass terms of probation.
Language! There are children listening.
Hopefully not.
Sir Clobber decided the best thing to do for his precious princess was to rebuild the treasury of the kingdom. Every Sunday, he invited all the subjects of the kingdom to his home and asked them to donate whatever they could.
Well, howdy, loved ones.
He would entertain them all and make them laugh hours and hours at a time. And when he was at his happiest, he would make the most wonderful sounds of contentedness.
So that's how I decided to put mini-syllables in there, because of course, you're not talking about club and not having mini-syllables. So I made them sounds of contentment. If any of you are new, he did it, man. After a year, man, motherfucking. Betty is all paid off as of last Sunday. Huzzah! He did it, man. He restored the kingdom's treasury. That's a man right there, man. That is a man. Okay, cool.
Ah, so beautiful. Tiffany, did I do a good job on my first story? I mean, seriously.
Seriously.
Aw, you're so sweet. You always have my back, Tiffany. And that...
Okay, get into the story about that. So... oh, which one was that? I'm not sure. I think that was the one. My favorite ever Sundays with Cawd was where Clobber does the Derek character, and he's there with Winnie and Debbie, and he's making fun of Debbie, and he goes, he does his impression. Hold on, that's the rain. I gotta close some doors. I'll be right back. Hold on. Jesus! Well, I warned you. So, yeah. Clobber, of course, always makes fun of how Tiffany talks. Seriously! And, Tiffany made the mistake you never do, which was you do not say something that you claim you never say, because somebody smart, like me, will come around with audacity and clip it out and use it back at you. So when I did that, I was nervous because, mind you, I didn't know Tiffany at all, right? I just saw her on the screen. I would observe how good she was in streams. And I was nervous to put that in. I'm like, what if she takes herself real seriously? No pun intended. Takes herself real seriously. What if she gets mad? But I'm like, nope, it's common. I'm going to put there in. Tiffany could not have been cooler about it. Tiffany is the fucking tits. She's awesome. And she loved it. And so I kept that in. And I did some other stuff teasing about how she talks. On one Sundays with Cawd, I did a donation, and my donation message was, I want Tiffany to star in a show about attorneys and call it Serious Law. She was there, pretended to be angry in a very funny way, and she's just like, that killed me. That was so funny. So, Tiffany is awesome, as I've said so many times in the past. Okay, what we get here. Let's see. Aaron. Hello, Aaron. Just imagine when she gets a 20K from Lauren. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that'll happen any day now. Ha ha ha. What else? Rhoda, my precious chocolate princess. Rose kiss smiling. Mwah. Archvile. What horror movie is the image from? Archvile, I will tell you that in a moment. It is from The Dump. Alright. Scarlett, somebody suggested we send a bill to Lauren for Betty's payment. That would stress him right out. It's spelled R-E-E-T. Scarlett, read out. Archvile, my Cubano brother, thank you for coming. I think I am here. Let's see. Eurovision, thumbs up for S-Hole for helping. Absolutely, absolutely. All right. So let's finish this one up. Get to the next one.
Children is the story of Sir Clobbering Time. Real name, Derek McClobberson. Derek? Ex-Derek? The end. Join me next time when I teach you about another member of the Church of Cawd. God bless you, Sir Clobbering Time.
So that's how that became my signature sign-off, which is God bless you. And so that was my very first one. Now, the second one I ever did is about Mr. Andrew Burkett. Burkett is how it's pronounced. Burkett is what Lauren calls him, because Lauren can't get any of our fucking names correct. And this was actually the first idea, because, so the hardest part about the series and why I've stopped it is, you need to have a plot. You need to have a story. And I can find funny clips and put them together in a creative way, but you need to have a plot. That's really the hard part. So this next one has a plot. It's when Andy Burkett flew to America, met Shin's koala, drove up to Maine, and saw Lauren get sentenced. Very, very cool event. I wish I had gone there. To give you all a timeline, I discovered Andy's channel and subscribed the very week he was in America. Yes. So if I had been a Laurenographer like a month longer, maybe in a week longer, I would have been there. My ass would have been in Maine. I would have laughed my ass off. It would have been incredible. Yes, yes. Alright, let me see here. Okay, everybody's just talking amongst themselves. That's cool, that's cool. Alright, so here we go. This is the second one in my series. It's called... It's right here. Alright. Oh wait, this is actually the third one. Haha! Well, I've talked it up, so I'm going into it anyway. It's called Andrew, Burkett, and Shin's Koala Go on an Adventure. Here we go.
About another member of the Church of Cawd.
Whoa.
Hi there, boys and girls. Are you ready to hear about another member of the Church of Cawd? Okay. Once upon a time, in the faraway land of Aang, there lived a cat named Andy.
Yes, the land of Aang. I'm sorry, sometimes I get a little corny. Please bear with me.
Hello, everybody.
Andy looked a little different than most other cats.
I'm bald and actually good looking, haha.
Like myself.
Hey, you're not the only handsome bald fellow around here, you know. Andy, full name Andrew Cat, had a best friend he loved greatly. It was a koala owned by a man named Shin.
Hello, everybody.
He also didn't look like your everyday koala.
Shin looks like Italian gangster.
Okay, so a little background there. So here's what happened. Excuse me. Everybody here? Cool. The idea for this one came from the fact, I'm going to embarrass myself here. The idea for this one came from the fact is, I knew from Sundays with Cawd that there was someone named Shin's Koala. And I remember thinking, what a dumbass name that is. You know, he sounds and looks, I'd seen the video, you look like a big dude. I'm like, who the fuck is Shin? Is that his wife? Is he saying he's like her little teddy bear? Right. I didn't understand anything. And let me drop a little knowledge here. If there's one thing I have found, that every time I've assumed something is stupid in the Church of Cawd, there's only one thing stupid in the entire Church of Cawd, and that's Lorne. That's it. So I thought, wow, what a dumb name, Shin's Koala. Later on, I actually watched the TCAP episode with Mike Shin in it, and I'm like, oh, I had seen it, but I didn't realize Shin was handing her a koala. And after that, I'm like, oh, that's actually clever to call himself that. So I don't know if I ever apologized to him. Shin, I apologize. But, so I had that in my mind, this character. Well, let's make Shin's Koala an actual koala. And since Lorne can't pronounce everything, and has turned Burkett into cat, let's make it a cat and a koala go on an adventure. I pretty much don't mention that they are animals for the whole rest of this thing, but what do you want from me? Yes. Shin likes strawberries. Me too. TCAP says Shin is a koala in real life. Bomb drop! I thought he was an Italian gentleman who lives not that far away from me. But, I guess you thought. Rhoda, yes. Rhoda, absolutely. I definitely didn't know what your name was. A chewed Tootsie. I'm not sure if I even knew who Rhoda was, maybe, but a chewed Tootsie. And, of course, so with me, everyone eventually gets a nickname from me. Everybody gets a nickname. I don't even try. It just comes to me. Or in some cases, it doesn't. With Rhoda, I call her, what's that? Chocolate Thunder, Chocolate Love. Rhoda told me what she actually looks like. Sounds very attractive. Definitely not chocolatey, though. Archvile. I didn't realize Shin's name was referenced to the Predator. Archvile, good. See, I'm not the only one who was fooled. Absolutely. Excuse me, Mike Shin. Thomas Shin, who Chef did a great recipe. 2 recipes about. He was the Asian guy who made a lot of quote-unquote cute noises when Chris confronts him. He did a lot of it was silly. But that's his friend. Okay, so let's go back into this.
He also didn't look like your everyday koala.
Shin looks like Italian gangster.
I was under the impression that koalas only came from Australia. Oh, what the hey. I say Italy can have its own koalas too. Hooray!
You heard it. I declare, koalas are no longer for Australia. If Italy wants koalas, I'm down with it.
Andy and the koala cared about each other very much and said kind things to one another sometimes.
You're a tougher guy than me, obviously.
Dude, you're a better person than I am.
In time, Andy and the koala heard the good news about the Church of Cawd from the wise-based shaman. In fact, they were very brave and decided to see the evil ogre, the Lorne Lynn, for themselves.
I do call Shaman the gateway drug. He was the first person to tell me about Lorne. I never saw the original To Catch a Predator. I wasn't watching TV at that time. So I was already a fan of Chris Chan. I was a Christorian. Found Base Shaman when I was searching. Base Shaman got me into Lornography, as so many other people did. And funny story about that. The first time I ever heard him read the Lornography, I listened to a few chapters and I stopped because I'm like, boy, this guy's talented. He's a good actor, but he's trying way too hard to be funny with all these weird noises he's making. Once again, boys and girls, once again, I thought something was stupid. Once I got more knowledge, I found out the only thing stupid is Lorne. And so I stopped. Months later, found out about the existence of mini-syllables, went back, listened to the entire Holy Lornography as read by Base Shaman. Loved it. It was awesome. Okay, let me see here. Danny, my precious princess, is here. He's the one that crashed headfirst into the bar in the beach house. No, that's someone else. That's not Shin. Yes, that's it. Yeah, he was the stinky guy. I would guess, possibly Filipino? I'm not sure. He was dark-skinned, long hair. Let me see. Archvile says, I can be dense about such things hiding in plain sight. Archvile, something else that connects us. My Cubano brother. Danny. Danny, for you. I'm always ready. Definitely do Chris Chan. Danny, I would very, very much like... So one thing that's great, I feel Danny would be cool. But, Danny, obviously you have experience with autism. And so I think you could really enlighten... You've already taught me some stuff that I didn't know. So I think you could really have a special, insight into Chris. And his delusions, because those are real. He's got a lot. Euro, a Colombian. Euro, Anthony's my favorite guy other than Lorne. I mean, I quote him constantly. I cannot tell you how many times I've said, I'm not gay, I'm just saying. Mind you, the conversation is never about sexuality, but I crowbar that in there. I mean, you see, now a lot of times when I go into streams, I come in with, I just stopped by. He is the most quotable person on earth. Let me see. Shin brought all the gifts, just want to watch movies. He's like, well, maybe next time we'll have sex. You're one of those quote-unquote nice guys. Alright. Archville and I separated at birth. Cool. Danny looking up right now. Danny's the best. Alright, guys. Let me go back to it.
So, they traveled very far. Andy was tired of England anyway.
Everybody where I live is a miserable, angry arsehole.
And through language. The Lorne Lynn had gotten himself in trouble.
So, in case you don't know, Andy is specifically from Manchester. Euro, I don't know if you're anywhere near that. You can tell me a little bit about that. I'm a fan of some music that came out of Manchester. The great Joy Division. New Order was actually one of my favorite bands in my teens. So they're from there, but I hear that it's kind of a hard scrabble place. So according to him, everyone there is a miserable asshole. I don't know.
Trouble again, and had been caged.
Think of choices Budweiser Light.
Now, he was before the town's wisest man, who would judge his fate and decide what would happen to him. The wise man's name was Woodcock. And that's all I have to say about this name. Nothing else. Nope, 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 nope. Nope.
No jokes about the name Woodcock because, you know what? A great batter doesn't swing at every pitch. And a great comedian doesn't make every obvious joke. And I think it's funnier if I point out that I'm not going to make a joke.
The Lord Lynn was let out of his cage and led into the courtroom. Andy and the koala gasped.
I saw Lorne immediately and he turned round and looked directly at me.
The ogre looked bigger and greener than they ever dreamed.
He looked jacked to you guys.
Yeah, he looked mean.
Oh no!
Oh shit, something I should point out. So the third guy there was a friend of mine who I wish he was here. Oh boy, I wish he was here right now. But he's oftentimes in streams, particularly Sundays with Cawd. Sox Cawd Parker. I believe that was the voice of Sox Cawd Parker. He went from Boston area, Massachusetts. He drove up there. And, oh yeah, I may have to ask him about this. I'm definitely going to point him out to this live stream. Because he said that he definitely did get to see Lorne. And, yeah, exactly. Here we go. Euro says, I'm from near Newcastle. That doesn't help this American out at all. And I'm not about to pull out Google Maps. So, yes, there you go.
The ogre looked right at them, trying to scare them. But the cat and the koala were alpha males, and they could not be scared easily by such an obvious beta cuck. The ogre looked in the koala's eyes and then quickly turned away.
He looks right at me. And I thought to myself, I am not going to break my stare. I'm not going to blink. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to make him blink. And then he looked directly at me and put his head toward the ground and walked out.
Of course, because Shin is an alpha male and Lorne is the biggest beta. I definitely love that Shin did that. Shin's like, nope, no fair. And tamed the evil ogre Lorne Lynn very quickly, sounds like.
That's because he's a little bitch. Now, the ogre may not have been the smartest customer, but he was cunning. To win sympathy, he had his mother, the fair maid Gwendolyn, speak in his defense.
So, I have to tell you, you might wonder why I'm calling her the fair maid, right? Because people say she looks like Lorne, right? People call her Gorilla Face. Guys, little secret here. When you're writing a fairy tale, knowing that you have a character named Gwendolyn, that's a gift dropped into your lap. That is such a perfect fucking fairy tale name. I'm like, she's not Gwen, she's Gwendolyn. I made her the fair maid, which I think is funny. And yeah. Here we go. Jace, is this guy? I can hear you. I'm reading and I'm talking to you directly, Jace. Am I going to play a Lorne call? No. Jace, we are, if you read the description, I am playing some of the old sketches that I wrote months ago, and I'm commenting on them. I'm doing a director's commentary, as it says there. I am not going to play a Lorne call. I hope you enjoy it. If not, that's fine. That is it. That is it. It's a place Newcastle Brown Ale comes from. Oh, cool. Nice. Thank you. Here we go. I am... Yes, Danny. See, this is why Danny is my back. Danny's like, Joran shouldn't have to stop. I'll help. Danny, once again, off the verge, the fair Gorilla Gwen. Okay, I think that's a very nice halfway there. It's the fair Gorilla Gwen.
He needs to speak for himself, and he needs his mother up there to hide behind her skirt.
My son is a good ogre, Gwendolyn said. He has 2 dogs that he does not eat, but he eats little girls instead.
Guys, this was the hardest line to get through. I kept trying to read it, and I kept breaking up into laughter. The original line that she said in the courtroom was something like, my son is a good son. He has 2 dogs that he loves very much. So I'm like, my son is a good ogre. He does not eat. I'm laughing now. Should I be apologizing for that? I'm sorry. just love that. Lauren has 2 dogs that he does not eat, but he loves. So the joke I have, right, because Lauren is, in real life, a predator. In this, he's an ogre. Ogres, quote-unquote, eat little girls. And, yeah, you know what I'm trying not to say. Johnny! Johnny, I'm so glad you're here. What's up, brother? I wish Lauren was led into the courtroom naked. Oh! What an exciting idea. I'm not gay, I'm just saying. Rhoda says, Gwen is quite fair for a gorilla. Okay, I think that's fair. I'll give you one of my favorite comedy quotes. This is from, what's it called? Not Laurel and Hardy. Abbott and Costello. Costello once said, she's either a very ugly girl or a very beautiful monster. And I live with that. That is awesome. All right, here we go.
Well, this did not help the ogre's case.
Oh, no.
Finally, the ogre knew he had to speak up for himself.
I was praying. I was like, please let him speak.
He tried to use the evil power of ogre tears to trick the judge.
Dude, he was crying so hard, he was
Like a bitch.
convulsing. Snot everywhere.
I don't know what to do, the ogre wailed. All I want to do is my cooking show. Silly ogre. Ogres can't cook food. The only thing ogres cook is little girls. His statement was so funny, Andy fell over laughing. He laughed and laughed till tears were in his eyes.
I composed myself for a few seconds and then I just burst into tears again.
So the story, as it's been explained to me by Andy in one of the shows he did when he came back, when he did a recap, is when Lauren made that ludicrous statement that he just wanted to do his cooking show, Andy laughed so hard he was crying and had trouble breathing. He actually says, I believe I'm going to get this correct. He actually said, because Andy's kind of a spiritual guy, he had to do meditating. Like he had to kind of clear his mind to stop from laughing. But I believe he was all the way forward in his chair. He might have fallen out of his chair. Oh, man, I wish I was there. I passionately wish I was there to see Andy lose it in such an awesome way. That would have been so cool. Very cool. Lauren really looks like a green blobkin in this pic. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Scarlett says Lauren's the kind of ogre who falls behind on his swap payments. Yes. Oh.
Everywhere, like with tears rolling down.
Andy, are you crying? Why are you crying?
Yes, I had to do that. I had to. I'm gonna take Ramona's best quote and apply it to poor Andy, who did nothing to deserve it.
Finally, using the special technique he learned in the Far East, Andy was able to breathe deeply and control himself.
Meditating.
Well, the wise judge was not fooled, and the ogre was put back in his cage, and the villagers would be safe for a while longer. Huzzah! The animals
Back
all
to
went
jail.
out to celebrate.
I was the only one who ordered a martini, and I don't drink. I just felt like I wanted to celebrate.
They were happy, but they knew someday the Lauren Lynn would be free again.
Unfortunately, that's now.
We gotta wonder what the future holds for Lauren.
Good question, Andy. What would an ogre do to keep...
So let me just rewind this. Listen to what Andy says.
Good question,
Hold on.
Andy.
I just felt like I wanted to celebrate.
They were happy, but they knew someday the Lauren Lynn would be free again.
We gotta wonder what the future holds for Lauren.
That was perfect. Listen to his delivery. Now, the funny thing is, right, it sounds mystical, like it's like Lord of the Rings. He's like, we have to wonder what the future holds for Lauren. When he's, first of all, it's fun how he phrased that, but that voice, he immediately clears his voice after he does this. He just had a regular frog in the throat. But between his accent, the way he's phrased that, and the frog in his throat, it just sounds mystical, right? Like he's got a hood on, he's like some old wise seer dude.
Good question, Andy. What would an ogre do to keep himself out of trouble?
Nothing.
Go hunting.
I do not think that's a good idea, Andrew. He already hunts something. Children. Anywho, that's the story of Andy Cat and Shin's koala. Later, they became friends with Tiffany Lockhart.
She intimidates me too much.
Really? I've always found that Tiffany has my back.
She does.
And I mean that. Seriously.
Once again, I'm making fun of Tiffany's talking.
That's the end of today's story, children. All I can say is God bless you, Andrew Cat and Shin's koala. Real name, Michael Shin's koala. Join me next time when I teach you about another member of the Church of Cawd. As they say in the language of the ogres, meh 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 meh. Bye, sweethearts.
So yeah, by the second one I decided, you know what? I'm gonna pretend that mini syllables is the secret language of ogres. So that's my thing. And I had so much fun doing this. I have to tell you guys, it's a fun series. I would like to go back to it if people are interested. I need to think of a plot. That's the hard part. Yes. Let me see. Alright, where am I at here? TCAP says, I'm doing Lawrence cooking show now. I'm going to blow my channel up. Haha. Yeah, if you guys don't know Chef, I'm sure you probably do. That's where Chef got the idea for his entire channel. He's like, Lawrence X is that's cooking. I will cook the same things. I'll do them properly. And they'll be edible. And the show will be funny. And it is. Off the verge. Imagine being laughed at in court while giving your sob story. Yeah, that... I would be very humiliated. I made a man who came all the way across the fucking Atlantic Ocean laugh so hard he fell out of his chair crying when I'm trying to get somebody's pity. Scarlett, I would have been charged with contempt of court. There's no way... Oof. You ain't kidding. And you ain't shitting either, Scarlett. Me too. Let me see. Jack, this story Jordan did using parts of Lawrence Call and Chat's parody. You should watch the videos on his channel. They are pretty funny, especially through... Thank you. Oh, mwah. Kisses to my sweet Rhoda. Let me see here. Alright. Nice stream, need more. Please do, Jordan. I will see what I can do, Danny. I might need some help. TCAP understands how tough plots can be. Johnny, what's worse than being an ogre? Being a virgin ogre. Definitely true. Atlantic Ocean. Scarlett, this is why I referred to Scarlett as my number one. Because she's that funny. Jace, you're welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope you enjoy it. My next one I'm extra proud of. Because I said plots are the hard part. I'm like, wait, I have the best story here. I will do the story of the fucking crucifixion when Lauren drove down. So this is, well, actually, I'm confused. I'm confused by my own shit now. I thought this was the third thing I said. YouTube's telling me it's the second one. But this next one here is the crucifixion and Saint Betty. So this is the third in the series. And how many minutes are we in? Wow, almost an hour in. Great. Alright, so we might get up to the second hour point. By all means, it's 7 p.m. Eastern. Definitely go see my buddy Chef. He's debuting a new recipe. I'm his opening act. Nah, I always like it. I love when people can go from one thing to another. It's a good afternoon. It's very cool. Let me see. Spence. Hi. Need to get a donkey so he can lose his V-card. There you go. Alright, here we go. The story of the crucifixion. Ba-ba-ba. Please hit the like. If you like. Comment if you want. Oh, I can rewind.
Winter.
Here we go.
Hi there, boys and girls. How are you today? Today,
This was
we
the
learn
second-
about the crucifixion. Doesn't that sound like fun? Here we go. Once upon a
Oh, pardon me. One thing I should mention. So I it was easy to get in touch with Clobbering Time, and Clobber loved the idea. Andy was hard to get in touch with because he didn't have, at least at the time, his email on it. So I actually contacted Shin, and Shin is such a golden guy. I told him the idea. He goes, I'm already familiar with the first one you did. I love it. You're a funny dude. I said, do you think Andy will be cool? Shin said, and this is a real man shit right now. He goes, Andy will like it, and if he doesn't, I'll twist his arm. Shin is a real dude. And he didn't have to. He gave me Andy's email. Andy was like, cheers, or said something else equally English. And it was very cool. So, and this one I didn't tell anyone about. By now I had a fair amount of subscribers and some fans. I'm like, okay, here you go.
Time in the ancient land of Canaan.
Canaan. All these funky names that they have for that area. The 3 C's, Cornville, Canaan, Cambridge.
Lived a very precious prince and even more precious princess. They were very much in love.
Betty!
And spent every day singing and eating mangoes.
Princess Betty and her husband, Prince Eric, may he rest in peace, were in a band called Durango Mango. So yeah, that's why they were singing and eating mangoes. I am so silly.
Prince Eric played the lute, whilst Prince Betty played the lyre. And speaking of lyres, one day an evil ogre
Wordplay.
called Lorne Lynn came upon their castle. The castle was in need of great repairs before the coming of the cold, cold winter. I shall build thee a new castle, larger and greater than before, claimed the evil ogre.
So in case you guys are curious where I got that voice from for Lorne, obviously Lorne's real voice, he has a stupid way of pronouncing things, but it's a moderately cool voice, right? So I'm like, he's a fairy tale villain. So when you have villains, you have either the big, tough, menacing guys who can kick your ass, or you have the more sly, calculating, usually smaller ones. And I'm like, I'm going to go with a very, very classic bad guy voice. Now, of course, Lorne is not smart at all, but he does have animal cunning, a phrase I've heard, where they can be manipulative, and obviously he was very manipulative, very sneaky with delete your archives and all this bullshit. So I decided, all right, I'm going to make him sound sneaky and cunning, but still stupid. So I decided to make him talk like this. Yeah. Absolutely. Shin is the realist. Absolutely. The jury saw his literal asshole. All right, here we go. Oh my god, this Sarlacc pit from the original. I mentioned Lord of the Rings now in the conversation. It's all good. Scott says, Andrew comments on one of my videos yesterday, may feel good about us. Very, very cool. Here we go.
I shall do it, but it shall cost thee 30,000 gold coins. The prince and princess were trusting sorts, with good hearts, so they believed the ogre despite his stupid, hideous, misshapen face.
I love getting mad at Lorne. It never gets old.
They emptied the castle's treasury to pay the ogre his required funds. But the day after they gave him all their monies, the ogre bought the fastest horse he could find and left the kingdom.
So obviously, Lorne bought a white truck with gray stripe on the bottom. So yeah, I'm taking very real events and making them sound more fantastical, magical elements. So yeah, Lorne promised to rebuild a house, in case you don't know, stole $30,000, and fled. Where? You're about to find out.
Oh no! The ogre rode and rode till he came to the village of Nash. However,
Nashville. Again, I'm very silly.
before he even got there, he spent all of his ill-gotten gains on magic beans. I meant magic beans.
He can't stop drinking the Bud Light now, can he?
Oh, my children. I have no idea why I thought of beer when talking about the ogre. Do
Why
you?
indeed?
The ogre found a cave to live in, there was a problem. He was hungry. And when an ogre...
Now, if you heard my live stream last week with the lovely Miss Kennedy, she went to the area he went to right before it was condemned and tore down. Very cave-like. Very cave-like. So I was accidentally correct about that. Off the Verge, you put more thought into Lauren's pronunciation than he ever. Well, Off the Verge, you're a smart guy. Very smart. Danny says, yeah, a lot of live streams are being pulled down. I'm getting paranoid. Everyone's getting pulled down but me. I mean, it helps that I'm not playing the calls. Maybe. I don't want to give myself too much credit. I really don't want to. Because I'm not exactly a genius. But absolutely, Danny, someone is shitting on us. Probably a member of the Cornville Mafia. Here we go back.
is hungry. What he wants to eat is little girls. Or do something to little girls. Something just as bad, maybe worse, depending on your opinion, I guess. Really bad, at any rate. Really.
Yeah, what's worse, wanting to eat a little girl or do what Lauren wants to do with little girls? I will leave that question to the philosophers. They're both really bad!
Anywho, the ogre found out about a little girl who lived in the next realm over from Nash Village. He sent her a letter, and she sent one back with a painting of herself. The ogre could not believe his luck. She was so beautiful, with hair of gold and eyes blue as the sea. Truly, she was a little Aryan princess.
That is definitely my type of humor. A little Aryan princess. Oh.
Looked good enough to eat. Ew! Ew! Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry, children. I'll try to stay professional about this.
That is a very, very real reaction I have whenever I think of what Lauren and other predators want to do. That is a visceral reaction, I believe the word is.
After a month of sending letters back and forth, the ogre decided to meet her when her parents were out of town. Oh no! She told him to meet her in a secluded glade, just south of the King's Bowling Green.
Bowling Green,
The ogre
Kentucky.
bestrode his mighty charger and rode for hours to get to his lovely princess. In the midst of a glade, there she was, just as pretty as a picture. She had dark hair, hazel eyes, and looked absolutely nothing like her portraits whatsoever. And the ogre didn't notice, even though she didn't wear any of the clothing she promised, and her personality was as different as it could possibly be. Hey ogre, are you saying all human beings look alike, you racist? That's the wrong word. I believe the right word is speciesist.
That's one of my favorite jokes there. Calling Lauren a racist, very cathartic. We found out later, he is absolutely a racist. But I love the idea that Lauren was so stupid, horny, whatever, that he met someone who looked absolutely nothing like all the pictures. And didn't think to himself, I must be in the wrong place. Oh, nope, someone invited me in. I'ma go in. So stupid. Now, the part of this that was not challenging but unusual is, so obviously she's a princess and he wants to eat her. So I have to make her sound desirable. But I'm talking about an imaginary 13-year-old. And the thought of that being seen as desirable is fucking disgusting. So as an actor, I have to make her sound like, oh, she's as beautiful as a picture. But then you think of what he wanted to do, and it's like, oh, my stomach turns. Ugh. TCAP says, don't play the calls, don't use topless fat guy. I can honestly say I've never thought of doing that and didn't want to. Off the Verge, Schrodinger's pervert, diddling kids or eating them, no one wins. Verge, you are a really smart guy. I love that joke. I love any joke related to Schrodinger's cat. Let's see. Rhoda, I think the video should be named Cute Kitties with a Kitten thumbnail. Lauren won't bother. They're only trolls. Yes. As Lauren says, just type my name into Google and watch the magic happen. Johnny, Cawd had a growth spurt. Yeah, I know Miss Casey Moreau is a little petite, but definitely taller than a 13-year-old, right? I think that's safe to say. Scarlett, Lauren has taken years off his life expectancy screaming in about... Yes, he definitely has. That's why I don't believe the whole theory that Lauren's gonna outlive all of us. No. I give him a decade. With all his bad habits, not counting karma, which is real, I give him a decade maximum. Alright, here we go.
I'm still offended, for the record.
I am still offended.
The little girl got him to sit down and sat down across from her, ready in case he tried to jump up and gobble her down. She had him sit in an enchanted chair, and his butt got very hot. I haven't had a kiss yet, the ogre said greasily. May I have a kiss?
If you watch the original crucifixion footage, he mentions a kiss 3 times in 11 seconds. 3 times the word kiss appears in 11 seconds. Thirsty much?
Just then, a handsome knight named Christopher strode confidently into the glade as the little girl
Chris Handsome, yay!
ran away behind him. It was a trick. The king had a clever plan to protect all the damsels of his kingdom by catching all the monsters who would eat them. The predators, if you will.
He caught a predator. Ba-dum-bum, ching. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all week.
Faced by such manliness, the ogre cowered and broke down in tears. Oh God, he said, as ogres have trouble speaking the language of humans, and he could not say God correctly.
Among so many other words, that hick.
Now, an ogre's tears are powerful stuff, able to trick others into believing the ogre is sorry for his evil deeds. Unfortunately, it only works on other ogres and not human beings. The ogre, finally getting through his thick skull that his trickery wasn't working, left the glade to escape. But all the king's men were there, and they arrested him and bound him and shackled him and caused his hat to fall off.
Tiffany Lockhart has said many times her favorite part of the whole thing is watching the hat fall off, and Lauren being exposed for the bald head that he's so ashamed of. I mean, I think he sleeps with that damn hat. It never comes off.
Truly, this was another blow to the Lord Lynn.
There you go, chef. There's your line.
The king threw the ogre into a dark dungeon for 5 years. During that time, a truly magical thing happened.
Bing, 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 bing. Let me see. Watch the magic that happens. It's one of Lauren's best kits. I agree. Okay, so here's the part where I go heartwarming. As you guys know, I'm a big softie. And this is the part where I go heartwarming and really teach you the beginning, the real beginning of the Church of Cawd. It's the beautiful, positive thing we're now all part of. 18 viewers, and I'll take it.
People learned about the evil ogre and his foolishness, and they laughed. Oh, how they laughed!
We still laugh.
They realized something wondrous. No matter how bad their lives were at times, they were all better than that of the ogres.
And that is the point, right? That is the principal tenet of our fine religion. No matter who we are, no matter how bad we goof up, we're still better than Lynn.
They were free. They didn't
Free.
steal money from old people, and they had no appetite for little girls. Hooray!
It's true.
A sort of religion developed. A church of Cawd. Soon, more and more people were spreading the good news about not being the Lord Lynn, with the greatest of all the prophets being a based shaman.
Base Shaman! That is, and when Clobber, maybe that was the first time he discovered Clobber, or became a fan, is he interviewed Base Shaman, and he titled that video, it's still up, you know, Lornogri's greatest prophet, Base Shaman. He absolutely is, I agree.
I will not talk about him in this story, but children, I have it on good authority that he ain't kidding.
He ain't shitting either.
This religion has spread all over the land, to many lands, and has spread so much happiness to all who heed its beliefs. So you see, children, if the Princess Betty had not given the evil ogre all her money, he never would have traveled far away. He never would have tried to eat the little girl, and the clever king would not have caught him. And we would not be lornographers today, you and I. So, in a very real way, Princess Betty, precious Princess Betty,
Very
is
precious.
the patron saint of our religion, from which all good things have happened. God bless you, Princess Betty. Real name, Elizabeth Durango.
Oh, so one of the calling cards, if you will, trademarks of this series is I fake dox everyone at the end, right? I give a name that sounds real or whatever, right? I call clobbering time, Derek time, or whatever I said. I called Saint Betty Elizabeth Durango, again Durango Mango.
Or, as they say in the tongue of the trolls, me, 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 me. The end. Join me next time when I talk about another lornographer.
I should end it with boy, sweethearts. Okay, cool. All right, boys and girls, we got one left. Let's see what y'all are up to. Here we go. Excuse me. Rody, he's like a cockroach or Keith Richards. That guy should have been dead years ago, drinking and drugging. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Spencer says he will not let things go, like how he asked in the chat log what he was thinking like 10 times. Absolutely. Spencer, he can only fit one thought in his misshapen head. And emotions, too. That's why, if you listen to the call, sometimes it's hard, because he'll just get one thought, and even if he'll try to change his mind or even change his mood, if he's feeling sorry, right? And when he tries to get him to laugh, he'll laugh, but then immediately go right back to the self-pity. Okay. Ha ha ha. Euro, Betty is the queen, not the Queen of England. Well, she's my queen too, and better than the Queen of England. I'm sorry if I've offended anyone. Scarlet. Lauren's the kind of guy who would use a hairdryer in the shower, if he had hair, that is. I'm surprised he knows how to touch, let alone... Right. Okay, guys, got one left. And this one is about my man TCAP Recipes. TCAP, if you want to jump in with the chat at any point to give your perspective, that's cool. So, the final entry I have. So, I had been doing this, right? Andy had played his on his channel. Clobber had played his for about a month. And TCAP had contacted me, Chef, and he said, your stuff is really funny. Could you make one for me? I'll pay you. I was super fucking touched. I was honored. HAWNERED. Honored. And I'm like, I don't even want pay. Because, you know, just the fact that someone likes me enough to offer that touches me. I says, now mind you, if and when we meet, you're cooking me. You're not cooking me. I do not want to be eaten by an ogre. I said, you're cooking for me. I think he just did his Popeye's chicken sandwich video. I'm like, shit, that's what I want. You're making me that. But I decided to make this video. And this one was hard because, again, there was really no plot. And I'm like, okay, what can I do with Chef? Well, he calls himself just a pair of arms. So I'm like, all right, let's have it some sort of magic enchanted arms. And, of course, Tango is cute. But how do I actually turn that into a video? Well, I'm going to let you guys know real soon. Johnny says the story of Ramona seeing the doctor naked. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Spencer says, Ape says, I bet the decoy was really thinking, I wish I was doing about anything in the world other than talking. Very cool, very cool. All right, so let's watch the story. I call it TCAP Recipes Origin, aka Green Ogres Can't Cook. A little joke based a pun on White Men Can't Jump. And yeah, this good. Oh, in case you guys are wondering where I got the picture from, so here's the deal. I was 2 episodes into this series, And I'm like, man, you know what? I really want to add a picture. Oh, if only I could turn Lorne so he's green, right? Because green is a very traditional ogre color. And somebody, it might have been an Ember stream at the time, somebody jumped in and says, there are pictures of Lorne green. I'm like, what? What? Did you just tell me that? I'm about to have an orgasm. They're like, it's in the dump. There's some video where Lorne had some sort of effect on him, and he's green. I contacted Ember. Ember, I says, I saw the video. I think I was already subscribed to the dump, so I saw the video. I'm like, is there any way you could get me a picture? She immediately came back and gave me that. So Ember is awesome. And this is awesome. I mean, look how much like he doesn't look human. The teeth are green, the skin is green. It is awesome. There we go, there we go. Here we go. So here we are. Green ogres can't cook, and I'll give you the behind the scenes as we progress. Once again, I have to rewind.
Hey there, boys and girls. Are you ready to learn about another member of the Church of Cawd today? Yes, who?
This is Liquid Lord.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Why don't you have a seat?
In all the early videos, Chef would always start off with Chris Hansen's "Why don't you have a seat?" and then play the cool music.
Oh, I don't mind if I do. Once upon a time, in a land not far at all away from the evil ogre, the Lorne Lynn,
Maine. Still Maine.
there was a very powerful sorcerer. He had the power to do just about anything he put his mind to. Just like you do, children. Except cooking. He stunk at cooking. This is because cooking is a special type of magic, just like playing music is.
That's right. And I play music and I cook. Which I guess means I have two types of magic. I'm a badass.
So, the sorcerer decided to create a magical servant for himself to do all of his cooking. Creating a whole person would have taken too long and have taken up much too much of his power. So, the sorcerer just made a pair of magical arms and hands.
Hairy arms.
They were very hairy. Then, he gifted the arms with the power to speak. How do arms talk when they have no mouth, you may ask? Magic. The sorcerer...
Magic is always the answer for everything. That's why it's great writing fairy tales. Magic is always the, Deus Ex Machina.
gave the magical arms the name Liquid Lorne, which sounds like a good Christian name to me. I mean, Christian name to me. Yes, well. Liquid
I'm so punny, aren't I?
Lorne, which I will mostly refer to as LL from here on,
As I still
worked
do.
hard 3 times a day, making the sorcerer delicious meals fit for a king. I wonder if LL needed love.
Yes, a reference to an LL Cool J song. I could not resist.
What was the secret ingredient that made everything taste so good?
White staff.
Had to put that pure mother effing magic. Scarlet, are there too many hairs to count? I think that's safe to say. Okay, way too many. Let me see, have I missed anything else? I don't know. The Bowling Green Goblin. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Here we go.
The cruel sorcerer was not appreciative, however, and kept LL in a cage all the time he was not cooking. Even floating arms want to be free, children, and Liquid Lorne was
It's
very
true.
sad, living in a life of servitude. Now the sorcerer had an adorable little doggie that he called Tango.
Tango.
Tango was a sweet dog, so cute and playful, and nothing like the bug-eyed demon dogs that most chihuahuas are. No, sir.
I hate
Unbeknownst
chihuahuas.
to the sorcerer, Tango and Ella were friends, as Ella would always sneak treats to Tango and give her scritch scratches and belly rubs. Aww. While all of this was happening, the evil ogre, the Lorne Lynn, had escaped the king's dungeon.
To Incarceration Island.
Oh no! He was back in his homeland, and he was hungry. He hadn't eaten a little girl in forever, and he couldn't wait to get his green hands on one. The word eaten is in quotation marks right there. I figured I'd tell you that.
Not really.
So, the ogre devised a plan.
So, a little background here. Euro says 6 likes, 2 dislikes. Get them up or start crimes. Euro, you got my back. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it very much. 16 viewers. Cool. Let me see. I got a lot of family from the up north. So, guys. So, this one was so hard to do because, again, I had no plot. So, I made up this sorcerer who created LL. But, right around this time when I was struggling, Baked Salmon, if you guys remember at the beginning of this year, his channel got hit and went down. And his friend Kelp Pill, the sexy Kelp Pill, decided to post some of Salmon's videos on her. She didn't really have much on her channel. And Baked Salmon and Wes Mouse, my buddy, did a series. If you're familiar with Mystery Science Theater 3K, they would play Lauren's cooking videos and riff, as they say, over it and add funny commentary. And the one they did that was the funniest to me is when Lauren attempts to make his mom, the beautiful maid Gwendolyn's, chicken pot pie. And it was absolutely fucking hysterical. And there's one point where he's struggling so bad and he's attempting to stir because he can't cook for beans, you know, he sucks. And Salmon goes, add ingredients together and stir spastically. And that line was so funny, it just kept me laughing. And I thought, wait a minute. This is how I'm going to put Lauren into the story, right? Because right now there's no entry point to the star of the series. So I'm going to merge these two storylines, put them together, and I think it turned out real good. But yeah, so Lauren has escaped prison. He's back, and he's hungry. So how do I bring him into the story? Well, you are about to find out.
The village was having its annual cooking festival, where folks would come from all over the land to compete to win the big prize for having the best meal ever. The ogre knew that many people would be watching, and so too would their children be. The ogre decided he would join the contest and make human food. Now, ogres can't cook, and they surely can't make human food with any degree of success.
Definitely.
But the Lorelin was very full of himself, and he was sure he could do it anyway. He got himself a hat and ill-fitting shirt, both of which were very old and had been thrown away, and put them on.
If you see the video, and I suggest you do, Lauren is wearing a collared button shirt. Now, the point, children, of wearing a collared button shirt is to look presentable and dressy. This shirt, the collar is so rumpled, and it looks old, and it doesn't fit, and it's not tucked in. He looks, I believe the term Wes said is, he looks like the maitre d' at a hobo's wedding. And that line still kills me. You're definitely going to want to watch that video when I am done here. Scarlet says, chicken pot pie with essence of bin juice. Ew. You are psychic. Yeah, I agree. Here we go.
Tried to disguise himself as a human. The contest would start the very next day.
So I'm like, okay. So now I have an explanation about why Lauren has a cooking show. Lauren joins this cooking festival. And I get to throw in quotes from the video. It worked out well.
Back in the sorcerer's castle, the sorcerer slept away in the dead of night. Liquid Lauren lay quietly in his cage. Suddenly, Tango ran into the room. She had a key in her mouth. Good girl, Tango.
Tango is a hero. I said it.
She squeezed through the bars and dropped the key before LL. He grabbed the key and unlocked the door, opened it, grabbed Tango up, and they both made their escape together. They flew and flew through the night till it was the next day. They had traveled to a sort of festival. LL saw lots of people cooking. Then he saw a strange sight indeed. An ogre, wearing human clothes, was talking to the crowd.
Hello, everyone.
Said,
Hey, this is the first time I use a Lauren quote in the entire series, I think. It's a special milestone.
trying its best to sound human.
I am going to make my mother's chicken pot pie, which is my favorite thing to eat.
The ogre lied, since ogres don't eat human food and they can't cook. I have never done this before, but I have my mother's, the fair maid Gwendolyn's, recipe right here. The ogre tried to read the recipe, which he had stolen from another contestant when she wasn't looking. But ogres have bad eyesight and can't read very well to begin with.
They have bad eyesight. That's why when they go to a sting house and see a decoy who looks absolutely nothing like the one they've got pictures of, they don't recognize her and they go into the damn house.
And they are stupid and ugly, and I hate him so much, and I swear to God if I...
There's my trademark. I get very mad at Lauren and blow my top mid-video.
Although the kingdom had fresh, crisp vegetables of all kind, the ogre used veggies from a can. Salt.
Oh, I wish Roy was here. That was Roy Marasan. I was like, oh, Lauren? I heard Lauren made a pot pie. Was it good? He goes, no, it's disgusting. You use canned vegetables. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, you can't always get fresh, but man, you know what? You have a lot less health than frozen vegetables, and it's better for you, so, yeah. Then he's this nasty ball cap. Ugh, yes. Scarlett, in Lauren's cooking videos, he always ruins the aesthetic of the outfit by wearing his... Yes, he does. Ugh. But in the original video, he keeps saying, I've never done this before. I'm like, wow. Really being a professional there, Lauren. Yeah. No, I mean, if I did a cooking show and I know TCAP Recipe does this, you fucking rehearse first. You make sure there are no snags, and then you film the second one. Or whatever, you do a little something. You don't just go into the first time, and it's not an experiment. Although I understand he loves to experiment. TCAP, Cap has been in dozens... Oh, I didn't realize that. Really? I mean, why don't you... Hey, Katie Kev. Hey, brother. Just checking out some of my old videos. Doing a director's commentary. He makes me feel handsome. He makes us all feel handsome. I'm a male model. In comparison. Scarlett says, the stank from that cap and his headset would make the paint off the walls. Yes. TCAP, right? Frozen's really good. Good luck getting frozen peas and carrots, however. Peas. Indeed. See, TCAP is a professional. He prepares for weeks. Exactly. You don't leave anything up to chance. Fuck that. Rhoda, there's a lot he's never done before, such as kiss a lady as lovely as you. Absolutely. Off the Verge, I love Lauren's disclaimers about his cooking show possibly getting you sick. By the way, I've washed my hands. Then he immediately touches a garbage can and goes back to it. By the way, well, fucking wash them again. And the sink full of dirty dishes. He is incapable of doing anything right. Anything. Oh, I've been busy. Well, fucking wash them. It's your set. You're trying to be a professional. You definitely wanted to get money. You definitely wanted to support yourself of your fucking... Clean your set, bitch. Okay. Son of video statement. OJE. Is that pronounced Oya? Oya, hello. Oh, Roy is still here. Roy! Yeah, man, I still remember that conversation we had. You're like, it's disgusting canned vegetables. Oh, Roy, I'm just happy to have you, man. I appreciate it. TCAP has a month or so of content ready. Wow. And he can do stuff for... Sounds like you ain't kidding. All right. Thank you so much, OJE. That's become my trademark. I refer to it as my loud Latin laugh, because that's absolutely what it is. Okay. Clean the set or don't film the dishes. Yeah, man, you have two choices. It's not hard. All right. Here we go. Next part. Here's where the action kicks in.
He shook his hand back and forth violently in a motion he called stirring.
As Baked Salmon said, stirring spastically. It's hilarious, the visual.
The ogre clearly had no idea what he was doing.
I've never done this before.
Whined the ogre over and over again.
He keeps saying it in the damn video.
Soon all the people lost interest in watching him, wanting to find contestants with far more skill. Just then, the ogre hit pay dirt. A little girl, looking all alone and confused, was clutching her teddy bear and sucking her thumb. She had a tiny golden crown on her head.
Yes, I literally made her a princess. I'm sorry to you all.
She had blonde hair and blue eyes. The ogre would love to eat her for sure. The ogre ran and grabbed her up in her arms. He would eat well tonight. Ho, ho, ho.
Yep, I literally made her as little as possible, sucking on her thumb. If that makes any of you cringe, that means you're a good person. Absolutely.
Excuse me for a moment, shoulder. Okay, I'm okay, sorry.
So yeah, me vomiting at that thought, another very real, visceral reaction. Let's see what's going on here. Scarlett, you're a very professional films video. Is this the first time I've ever done this? Yes, absolutely. Here we go, the epic meeting when two worlds collide.
Sorry about that, sorry. The Lorne Lynn was so excited to have a precious princess of his own that he wasn't looking where he was running and ran right into LL and Tango.
Get out of my way, freak!
Yelled the ogre, who should know a freak when he sees one,
Ba-dum-boom.
which is every time he looks in a mirror. Well, LL might just be a pair of arms, but he had a strong sense of morality. He was not going to let an ogre hurt a defenseless child.
Chef will not put up with that shit. Chef, let him know. Let him know you're not gonna put up with that shit.
LL balled his hands into fists and punched that ogre right in the snoot. The ogre dropped the child and she ran away. Hooray! LL hit the ogre again.
Another blow to Lorne.
And again.
Another blow to Lorne.
Tango bit the ogre on his warty ankle. Finish him!
Finish him. What is that from Mortal Kombat? Oh. So if you're familiar with TCAP recipes, one of the last lines always is another blow to Lorne when Lorne gets arrested. And it always makes me laugh, so I put it in.
The Lorne Lynn ran away crying. And this time, his tears were for real.
Just a fake.
Are you crying, Lorne Lynn? Why are you crying?
I had to put the Ramona line in. Oh, it's so much fun.
The townspeople saw what happened, and they cheered for Liquid Lorne.
Hooray.
Ella was happy he was able to do such a noble deed that he decided to fix another wrong right away. He floated over to the ogre's table and read the recipe. He then made a pot pie.
Fixed a little bit different way.
It was delicious. He won the contest.
So, to let you guys know, yeah, TCAP did the chicken pot pie on his channel. Some of you may not know, I actually made that very same recipe based on LL's video, and it came out delicious. I'm here to tell you, I really did. Oh, Brother Kev, you also made the pot pie. There you go. A second opinion. It was really good. Cool. Let me see. Euro's got wine coming from Amazon? Really? They do that? Enjoy, man. That's pretty fucking cool. OJ, oh hey, mac and cheese already. Nice. All right. Euro doing a little promotion. Sub to his channel. By all means, do that. After you like this video and subscribe, you want to leave a comment. That also helps. All right, here we go.
Telling you, children, fresh vegetables make all the difference.
It does!
As a reward for saving the child and winning the contest, the wise king granted LL a piece of land with a small cottage on it, where he and Tango could live happily for the rest of their lives.
Hooray!
Oh my god.
Well, that about wraps it up for this story. What? Oh, I get it. You're expecting me to make fun of Tiffany, huh? Nope.
My trademark.
I am not becoming predictable. No one is saying that S word that she says in this episode. No one.
No,
Oh my
because
God.
Debbie doesn't sound like that.
No, Debbie sounds exactly like that. The end. Join me next time when I teach you about another member of the Church of Cawd.
Bye, sweethearts.
Okay, guys, that was the final video. That's the whole series. I would like to ask you guys a question. So I did those 4. Would you guys like another installment? Bring this series back. It's been a while since I've done it. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff. Wow, this is February. So almost 4 months since I've done it. And if so, who should I do an episode about? Or even better, a specific event. Event is easier because obviously there's a story. If you want me to bring back the series, I'll strongly consider it. If you can mention someone and I like it, much better chance of it happening. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was so much fun hanging out. This definitely wouldn't have worked without you guys here. Yeah. Let me see. You guys are talking amongst yourself. Very cool. Danny says, a few of my long-ass streams on my channel, record breaker, 14.5 hours. Woo! Yeah. I've done some streams with Danny. Actually, my two main partners are here. I've streamed a couple times with Danny, a couple times with TCAP on my channel. The third person I've done this with is Kennedy. You don't be surprised if I do that again. Danny votes yes. LL votes yes. Suggestions would be cool. Guys, at one point I thought of doing one about based shaman. I didn't do that for a couple reasons. He's definitely supportive of Betty and he's supportive of Clobber, but he's kind of not in the community. And at the same time, I don't know if he'd personally be interested. He's tangentially a member. So I am a little stymied as to which one I would do next, but I appreciate you guys saying that. Euro says, please do. Ooh, a video about ex-Derek. Ooh. That's a good idea. Now, we don't know a lot, so I'd have to create a lot, but... Ooh, that's a damn good idea. Scarlett could collaborate with you? Well, I'm always interested in whatever my number one Scarlett Ebony is doing. I don't know exactly how we could collaborate because she doesn't use her voice or face, but that's cool. Oh, Johnny, Ramona's seeing the doctor naked. Oh, that might be the way to go. That is a damn cool idea, Johnny. Thank you. Oh, that is a story. Woo. That is pretty cool. Euro says, do other Predators? Possibly. Me, Chef, and Jordan need our own chat analysis. I bet we could finish Fanner. That's safe money. I would bet honest, not against us. Yeah, fuck yeah. Me, Danny, and Chef. I have chemistry with both of y'all. I don't know if you guys have done stuff together. Well, you did Heisenberg White together, and you sound pretty good. Excuse me. Rhoda says, Base Shaman is turban. He needs to be a djinn. Yeah. Well, I already have a genie, as you know. Her name is Tiffany Lockhart. Jace says, reach out to Base Shaman. Thank you. Cool. Scarlett hates her voice. Yeah. Hey, Orange. What's up, man? Good to see ya. Ooh, make Tiffany sing like Marilyn Monroe. I believe she doesn't like her voice, but that's pretty cool. Orange is Lorne Armstrong and Savior. Pretty cool. So guys, I think in the future I will do another one of these director's commentaries where I'll do my series. I am going to do at least... actually, probably two. At least one or two other Joran's Theater of My Mind. That's another flagship. So at some point, I will do another director's commentary. And I might have some of my co-stars on. I think they'd be cool with that. And then we have kind of a buddy-buddy thing going. But I have a few series now. I've got the Sex Tips with Dan. I have my original songs, my original comedy songs. Some Lauren-related, some not. I have a lot of different ideas. I can do video editing now, so my stuff is going to transition from mostly audio to having some actual video editing. Not Scarlett Ebony quality, not right now, not Raptor Bacon, but it's coming. It is really coming. Thank you all for hanging out, man. I had fun. Danny says Shaman is our king, but he's been taken by the Starship Lockjaw. Yes, he's gone on to greener pastures, perhaps more important things, depending on how you look at it. Let me see. Base Shaman's gone too big like Mr. Gigi. Yeah, maybe. Rhoda doesn't like mine either. Oh, I wonder if Rhoda has a cute accent. I wonder. I always get is your mommy. Oh, you get a little girl voice, Rhoda. Interesting. We need a filthy harlot Michelle Simpson to make. Interesting. Anything in particular you guys want to discuss before I wrap this up? We're at an hour and a half. Not bad. Thank you all for joining me. You all are my precious princess. I hope you found this interesting. I always find behind the scenes stuff interesting. I'm not acting like my stuff is like Shakespeare or any fucking thing like that, but it's good. I like it. I know it's made people laugh. I like breaking it down, so if you want to hear my stuff uninterrupted, by all means, toss some views. I'm not going to stop you. Hell no, I need the comments. I'm new. Oh, thank you. So, this is unofficially... I'm so professional. This is unofficially my 50th video celebration. Woo! Not counting my live streams. I have 50 videos. Woo! It started right around the first of the year. And I have 150 subscribers. Thank you so much for being part of that. It means a lot to me. A whole lot. I have had so much fun with this. I got so much stuff coming. I got like 9 days of freedom before I go back to my day job. I'm going to crank out more stuff. I got a few more ideas. Oh, I got another behind the scenes coming. That series. If you haven't commented or liked my latest video, Sex Armstrong style from the Jordan After Dark, please give me a like. It got a bunch of dislikes. It was suggested by my brother Kev, Katie Kev, that Cornville Mafia finally may have discarded me. I might be on their radar. But I would like that to get more upvotes, more comments. It really helps. You know, I am trying to make something. I got the Streamlabs. I don't know if anyone donated today. Maybe not. Whatever. I did great last time. I do this because I love you. Euro, we love you, Jordan. I love you too, my English brother. Absolutely. Oh, hey, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Until next time, thanks so much for coming. Orange Clock, Lorne is a virgin, and he always will be. Absolutely. When will I work with Kennedy again? I'm not sure. Hopefully soon. I haven't been much in touch with her. She is great. Let me see. 13 female. No way. Happy 50th. Thank you. It's a real milestone. And getting to 150 subscribers it's all happened so fast, man. I mean, this quarantine has been amazing growth for me and my singing channel. I so appreciate it. A shaman story could be about Starship. That's cool. Lauren could be a stand-up comedian. All I have to do is stand there. Yes, I point and laugh and go, ha, he's so ugly. Definitely. Rhoda giving me the kisses, the rose, ooh, and fire. Fire! Yeah! Awesome. You were going nuclear? I'm trying, Bran. I am trying. Let me see. You got my Skype and my Discord if you ever need. Danny, precious little sister, Midwestern, I always need you. We'll do more. Oh! A donation.
Michael donated $5.
Michael's here.
Just made it.
Michael! Michael was super generous last time. Michael, you made it right under the wire, man. Thank you so much. Katie says, bye, sweethearts. Okay, guys. I think that's everything I want to say. I always try to say something uplifting and positive and from the heart. It's become my new trademark. I will say it again. Make content. If you want to, if you're shy, if you want to talk over calls, give your unique spin, do that. If you want to read the Lornography, do that. If you want to do original songs like I do, do that. If you have some, especially if you have an angle, someone hasn't done that before, do it, man. I'll probably subscribe. I'll let you know if it's good. For sure. Everything is good. And I'm gonna take off an hour 40. Not bad, not bad. I didn't think this would go 2 hours. That's pretty good. Danny says it right. Make.content! Exclamation. Absolutely, absolutely. Alright, Altverge, have a good one. Bye, sweethearts. I'll catch you around the dial. Mwah. Rose kiss smiley.